Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. I've been playing around with a interface board idea. It's going to be called the SWR interface board, and what it will be able to do is it's going to be able to announce over your airwaves your current SWR when you DTMF into it. I'll explain more of that here in a minute. And it's going to also be able to have the capabilities of, if you set this to a SWR that you consider high, this will let you know when that SWR is at high. So let me explain a little bit what I got here so you understand. I'm hoping, now this is a really rough interface board. I still got to add more functions to it yet. I just want to get a little demonstration of it doing a little bit here before I get too carried away. So with that being said, I'm going to post a link in the description below. If this is something that you may be interested in, make sure you go to that link, sign up to get notified when it becomes available. Now, there's a certain amount of people that I need before I start to produce a interface board. If I don't meet the required number of people, then interface board does not come to light. So I thought, well, before I get carried away here and add all kinds of functions, let's do a quick video like I'm doing now. You get the idea of how this is going to kind of work, and then we can go from there. And hopefully my ideas that I want to put in here I'll be able to get them to work the way I want them. So I just want to mention that. But I'll post that link down below. Hey, Bob, how you doing? I'll post that link down below. So what this is, here's what I want to be able to do. I want this to work with any repeater, whether it has a data port on the repeater or it does not have a data port. Now, in this particular prototype, I don't have a screw terminal on here, but my idea is to have a screw terminal where you could hook up to your repeater if your repeater has a data port. If your repeater does not have a data port, like this repeater that I have here, then you would use a handheld that's programmed to this repeater. Now, this repeater I'm using in this video does not have a data port. It's the Retevis RT97S, no S. Okay? So, this handheld's programmed to this repeater. We need to key this repeater up to get the current SWR. Then it's going to play the SWR over the airwaves. And I'll demonstrate all this here in a minute. So what I have here is my SWR meter is hooked up to this repeater. This SWR meter has been modified. It's a really easy modification. You solder 3 wires. I put a jack on mine so I can unplug this cable, but that's for another video. But it is modified. This cable is plugged into this interface board. I have some lights that don't mean nothing to you guys, but you'll see some lights turn on. You'll see this needle move, and then you'll hear it play over the airwaves. So let's demonstrate how this is going to work. You take a radio, whether it's a handheld or a mobile, as long as it's got a keypad, you're going to punch in a code, and that's going to activate the interface board, and it's going to key up this repeater, and that's how it's going to pull all the data, and it's going to play an mp3 file. Now, the nice thing about that is you can edit that to say anything you want. In my case, I have it set to, I made my mp3 file, say the current SWR is 1.6, the repeater ID is, and then I have it doing Morse code. So you can, within that same mp3 file, you can have it ID itself. So I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to do this here, how this is going to work. So I'm going to tone in. I'm going to set the radio here, and I'm going to take the headset off. So how this is going to work, when I tone in, this radio is programmed to this repeater. This is programmed to this repeater. Since this repeater doesn't have a data port, I'm doing it with the handhelds. I'm going to tone in with this. It's going to receive it. It's going to take the tone. It's going to recognize the tone, saying, okay, turn on. It's going to pull the SWR from here. It's going to play it over the airways. That's how this is going to work. So I'm going to tone in, set the radio there. I'm going to take the headset off and put it in front of here. Now, keep in mind, I've got everything so close here. I don't know if we're going to hear buzzing, humming, but you'll get the idea of how this is, it's going to work. So let me do that. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to tone in, and I'm just going to, then after about a 5-second delay approximately,
the current SWR reading is 1.6. The repeater ID is Thank you.
Okay, so hopefully you heard that. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to do it again, but I'm not going to put the microphone next to it. I want you to be able to see everything all keyed up here. So I'm going to tone in again.
The current SWR.
Now you can kind of see all the lights.
The repeater ID is.
And then when that's done here, in the meter.
Thank you.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to misadjust this so the SWR is high. Now how this is going to work, when the SWR does go high, let's say after a storm or something happens, the next time this repeater is keyed up, it doesn't matter if someone's going to talk on it, it doesn't matter if it's a DTF tone, it doesn't matter if someone chunks it. All it matters is when the next time that repeater's keyed up, if the SWR is high, it's going to trigger the interface board and it's going to announce it every hour. Or I could have it shut down the repeater depending on how I do all this. So I'm open to any suggestions or comments or suggestions. Put them in the comment section. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to misadjust this for demonstration purposes. Now, when I key up this repeater, it doesn't matter how I key it up. Just all it needs is to key up. And if it detects the SWR is high, and that SWR that's high is going to be something that's going to be configurable. I'll have it like you put a jumper. Let's say you want yours to go off at 2.0. There'll be a jumper on here. Or maybe you want it to be 2.5 or whatever the case may be. There'll be, hopefully I'll have a jumper that you can just put, you put a jumper on it, and then that's how you select which one you want it. So now when I key up, I'm just going to key up. And it's going to detect it high. And I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to put the headset in front of here.
Warning. 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 Your SWR reading is 2.0 or higher. Please check antenna. This repeater ID is. Thank you.
So I could have that go off automatically every hour, regardless if someone keys up the repeater or not. Or I can have it shut down the repeater. I guess I haven't really decided how I'm going to do it. I probably make it like if it's a number 2, if the SWR is 2.0, I probably just have it go off every 45 minutes, warning. And then, so that person can go and check it. Then they can reset the board, or something to that effect. But, I'm open to any ideas. Post them in the comments below. I think I kind of covered everything. I did, and I didn't. I think I did mention that. I did have to modify this SWR meter. It's really easy. It's 3 wires. I can get into that now. I will make a separate video on how to do that if we get that far. But the thing of it is that I still got lots more to do on here to really be able to finalize it. And I'm not going to continue it until I know if there's enough people interested. So make sure you go to the link down below. Sign up to get notified. That lets me know of how many people are interested, and then we can go from there. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have yourself a good day.